There's a race happening all around us, a race for better opportunities, for financial freedom, for a life of meaning. And most people are losing this race not because they aren't trying, but because they're running with a fundamental flaw in their strategy. They believe speed is everything. But what if I told you that moving faster is actually the second step? That there's a crucial first step that most people completely miss? Welcome to Jim Rohn Legacy. I'm here to share with you the wisdom of a man who dedicated his life to understanding the architecture of achievement. Jim Rohn wasn't just a speaker. He was a philosopher of practical success, and he left us with a powerful two-part formula that can change the trajectory of your life. Think bigger, move faster. But the order is everything. You cannot do the second effectively without first mastering the first. Jim's own story is the perfect proof. By age 25, he was stuck. He was working hard, moving constantly, but going in circles on a small farm in Idaho. His world was limited, and so was his income. The turning point wasn't a sudden windfall. It was a shift in his thinking, introduced by his mentor, Earl Shoaff. Earl didn't give him a map. He gave him a new pair of eyes. He challenged Jim to stop thinking like a $25,000 a year man and start thinking like a $100,000 a year man. This was the moment the ceiling shattered. Jim realized his external world, his bank account, his career, his impact was a perfect reflection of his internal world. He had been building a small life because he was working with a small blueprint. To change his life, he had to first change his mind. He had to tear down the cramped, limited thinking and design a new, expansive vision for himself. This is the non-negotiable first step. You cannot construct a skyscraper if your blueprint is for a tool shed. So, what does thinking bigger truly mean? It's not merely fantasizing about a luxury car or a vacation home. That's just a slightly larger version of the same materialistic thinking. True big thinking is about scale and contribution. It's about the number of people you can serve, the magnitude of the problem you can solve, the depth of the legacy you can build. When you shift from wanting to make $1,000 to wanting to impact 1,000 lives, your entire approach to work transforms. You can't just work a little harder. You have to learn to lead, to systemize, to innovate. The size of the goal itself forces a level of personal development that a small goal never demands. And this is the secret, the powerful connection that Jim Rohn discovered. Thinking bigger isn't just about achieving more. It's the very catalyst that allows you to move faster. A monumental goal acts like a gravitational force. It pulls better strategies toward you. It attracts more capable people to your team. It makes trivial distractions and time-wasting disagreements seem irrelevant. When you're committed to building a legacy, you don't have time to waste on petty disputes. You are compelled to act with purpose and velocity. But this is the crossroads where many falter. They set a grand vision but try to achieve it with the same old habits. This brings us to the second part of the formula. Thinking bigger gives you the destination, but discipline is the vehicle that gets you there. Jim put it plainly, for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. You cannot fuel a legacy-sized dream with a hobby-level effort. This is where moving faster finds its true meaning. It's not about frantic, burned-out rushing. It's about velocity, speed with a clear, powerful direction. It's the product of consistent, disciplined daily actions, all laser-focused on that bigger picture. Let's make it practical. Imagine two people. One wants to save an extra $100 a month. The other is determined to fund a community center for underprivileged youth. Who will move faster to learn investing, to network with philanthropists, to increase their income? The person with the legacy-driven goal will move with an urgency and focus that seems radical to everyone else. Their speed is a natural, unstoppable byproduct of the size of their vision. This velocity creates a compounding effect that Jim Rohn often spoke about. Small, the daily improvements, when fueled by a massive purpose, don't just add up, they multiply. Getting 1% better at communication, at leadership, at execution seems insignificant today. But over a year, that compound growth creates an unbridgeable gap between the person you were and the person you are becoming. You stop competing and you start creating. You move from the slow lane of mediocrity to the fast track of lasting impact. This journey, however, is not a solo mission. Your environment will either amplify your velocity or sabotage it. Jim's most famous warning echoes here. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you are thinking bigger and moving faster, but your inner circle is content with small talk and slow progress, their gravitational pull will slow you down. You must be intentional. You must seek out mentors and build a network of peers who challenge you, who make your big thinking seem normal and your disciplined speed seem necessary. Your community is the wind in your sails on this journey to build a legacy. In the end, this philosophy converges on one empowering truth that was the cornerstone of Jim Rohn's teaching. Your life is your responsibility. The scale of your thinking and the speed of your movement are conscious choices. You can choose to be a spectator, watching life happen to you, or you can choose to be the architect and the builder of your own legacy. Thinking bigger and moving faster is the philosophy of the builder. Here at Jim Rohn Legacy, we believe this is more than just a strategy for success. It's a blueprint for a life of significance. The world rewards value, and value is created by those who see potential where others see limits. Your legacy will be built by your ability to set a grand vision and then move with the relentless discipline to make it real. So, we leave you with the question that defined Jim Rohn's life and can now define yours. What is the bigger thought you need to think to build your legacy? And what is the first decisive step you will take today to build the momentum that will carry you there? The power to build your legacy was always in your hands. Thank you for being a part of the Jim Rohn Legacy.